What up, bitches? It's the MisanthropikOne, aka Solomon Grundy, the Seventh Sovereign, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant/review. I am going to dub this review the Detroit Hip Hop Review. I got 3 banging CDs to review for y'all, so I'll make this short and sweet. I know y'all got shit to do, so do I, but these artists deserve it, so I'm gonna review this shit. They deserve to shine. Okay, let's start out with number 1. Slum Village's latest album called Villa Manifesto. Slum Village been around for a while now, since early to mid 90s. Came up with a bunch of CDs on I believe early 2000s, 99, don't quote me on that shit, but this group constantly had shifting members, and this group also had its share of tragedy. For those who have heard of J Dilla, he was part of this group, Slum Village. He died in 2006 due to a disease called TTP. And another member of this group called Batin died last year. To this day, I honestly don't know what that guy has died from. I tried looking it up. I can't find why he died. They just found him on the street dead. The only thing I have found out was that there's no evidence of foul play that led to his death, so they're saying it's not a homicide. But, you know, rest in peace, J Dilla and Batin. You know, it was a terrible loss for the hip-hop community, but you guys managed to leave your mark with this album right here. Slum Village's latest album, Villa Manifesto. Most of the album was produced by a guy named Young RJ. Most of the tracks were produced by him. Also, you got a track produced by Crisis from the Justice League, I believe. Who was produced on here? J Dilla had a track. And Mr. Porter produced on here. High Tech produced one. And yeah, oh no, J Dilla produced the last track too, also track 13. We'll show you. Oh, by the way, here's a picture of the 5 members. There's J Dilla, there's Batin right there. 5 members put together on this album. And like I said, they left an imprint, lasting imprint on me. This album is really good. Their style, to me, they're like a newer version. Well, they've been around for a while, but they kind of remind me of like a Tribe Called Quest in a way. Because they're sort of on that mellow tip, even though they got, you know, banging beats. What else? What are the features on here? You got Babu. Not DJ Babu from Dilated Peoples. Just some guy, Babu. You got Pastanus from De La Soul, legendary rap group. You have also 5 from Tribe Called Quest, another legendary rap group. You have A.B. Dwele, who usually collabos with Slum Village. Little Brother, another one of my favorite rap groups. And you have some chick called Keys. This album's pretty much solid. The only 2 tracks I don't really like on here are track 7, Dance, and track 9, Dance featuring AB, that's track 7. Track 9 is featuring Keys. It to me, those tracks don't really fit the whole vibe of the album, in my opinion. The production sort of does, but the subject matter is just eh. And what else do I have to say about this album? Track 5, Faster. That track is sort of like a mainstreamish track, but the way it comes across is so good and catchy that I actually like it. And y'all know me, I'm very, 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 very critical of mainstream and commercialized shit. But that actually came out pretty well. It has a nice, relaxing vibe to it, and I get down with it. But for the most part, dope ass album. My rating of it, I'm giving it in between an 8 and a 9. You know, it definitely has a high points, but again, you know, like I said, those 2 tracks kind of turn me off. But dope shit. Stay tuned. I got more for you. Don't fucking move. Black Milk's latest album called Album of the Year. First of all, dope cover artwork. I love artwork that doesn't really show the artist's face, because to me that's sort of, I know it's probably not done on purpose, but it's sort of narcissistic in a way. Really like it. Really love the artwork. Everything's straight to the point. You know, there's Black Milk standing there. For those who haven't heard of him, obviously he's out of Detroit. That's what this whole rant and review is about. He's a producer / MC, one of my favorites. He's been around for a while now, maybe early 2000s. I started hearing about him just a few years ago, and I got into him heavily over the last couple years. His production is so sick, it's ridiculous. I call him, this is my personal nickname for Black Milk, I call him the king of the solid snare drums, because those snares are just so crisp, and you know that it can only be his fucking production. You listen to this album right here, and you would swear that he's rapping with a live band backing him, but it's not so. It's just his ill production. It's so clean, yet it gives you a raw feel. Like, he's one of the few producers that could actually do that, you know, like without having to be so dirty the way I like it. You know, I love that dirty production, stuff that's not overly cleaned up, but he does it in a way that he's still spitting that raw shit and still giving you great instrumentals. Yeah, so let me go into the features of this album. You have AB, who was also on that Slum Village album that I just told you about. You got Royce the 5'9", the Detroit veteran right there, one of my favorite MCs. Elzy, excuse me. He is one of my favorite up-and-coming MCs. Also a Detroit native. Check his album out, the Preface. Oof, that album is ridiculous. Melanie Rutherford, Monica Blair, Danny Brown, and Mr. Porter. This album got 12 tracks on it. Most of it gets straight to the point. Love the way the album starts out. His rapping style, to me, he sort of has that, he's distinct. You know it's him. He sort of reminds me of a cross between Royce the 5'9" and Jay-Z in a way. That's the best I could describe him as. A lot of good tracks on here. But like I said, I want to keep this short and sweet. The gem on here, to me, track 5, Deadly Medley, featuring Royce the 5'9" and Elzy. Whew, man, those 3 on a track over his fucking production is enough said. That's all I gotta tell you. Needless to say, this whole album produced by the man himself, Black Milk, so all that money is going into his fucking pocket. He don't gotta pay nobody. This album, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Really, really good. Really, really fucking solid. Shit. That's it. And stay tuned. Let me get to the last album I want to review. This album is a must-have for Detroit hip-hop heads. Well, hip-hop heads all over. Finale's latest album called A Pipe Dream and a Promise. This was primarily the reason why I did a triple album review for Detroit hip-hop, for albums that dropped this year. For those subscribed to me, y'all know that I mentioned this guy in another review, saying that I was going to review this album. It definitely was worth reviewing, or definitely is worth reviewing, I should say. I got this album at the tail end of last year, but it says 2010. I don't know if y'all could see it right there. It says 2010. So I'm going to count it for this year. And this album, when I listened to it, it left me speechless. That's how good this fucking album is. From the lyrics to the beats, it's just damn near perfection listening to this album. Very few features on here. You got Awesome Dre, who's a Detroit legendary MC. He's like old school, almost influenced, obviously, Finale. Violent J from Insane Clown Posse acknowledges him as an influence. Who else is on here? Female MC Invincible. Finale is close with her. She's on a track on here. Check out Invincible's album Shapeshifters. Fucking ill album. Prince Whipper Whip from Cold Crush Brothers. Who else is on here? Monica Blair and Alan Barnes. Production wise, it's all good. V-Tech is on here. Apollo Brown, Kev Brown, Slim Cat, Crisis. Black Milk is on here, I think twice. Knots is on here twice. Tarak, Dim Light, Wajid, and M Phases. I don't know how to say that. Odyssey and Flying Lotus. Fucking his flow is fucking ill. His voice is very gutter, but his style is just, I just can't even explain it. Good storytelling, great lines, minimal punchline stuff. It's damn near perfection. That's all I can say about this album. Like, you just gotta listen to it. It literally left me speechless. Finale. Hope to hear more from him. Supposedly he's doing an album with Odyssey. I mentioned Odyssey before. He's part of a group called Diamond District from DC. And check out Diamond District as well, because you hear Odyssey rapping and his production on there. He produced most of that fucking album. And if he does an album with Finale, game over. My rating of this album is a 9.5 to 10. I mean, this album is damn near flawless. And yeah, pick it up. And again, support good hip hop, dope shit that came out this year. Black Milk and Slum Village as well. Thank you, Finale. That's it. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, support good music. Peace.